はいどうも銀です。おっと燃える男銀でございます。グリードフォールやっていこうと思いやすい。よろしくお願いします。ぴょん。はい、じゃあバスク船長だっけ、バスク船長のところに行きましょい。しょいしょいしょい。ということで、どっちから行けばいいんだ。こう、ここだな。ということは、後ろ方向、急、違う。スプリント。ダッシュ。さっと。お、なんだこれ。あ、すごい。川流れてる。さすが中世。いいですな。バスク船長。これはどっちだ。なんかこの辺りとかってさ、こういうとこ急に敵を襲ってきそうなんだよね、マジで。超怖い。もうちょっともうトラウマだかんね、前回確かさ、急にさ、マジで襲われたの。あ、もう早速港来ちゃったよ。おほ、別の派閥の支配下、特定の場所に入ることはできません。マジか。派閥の衣装で警備員の目をごまかすことができます。はあ、そうなんだ。そのさ、派閥とかってどうやってわかるわけどうやってわかるわけ。僕、わからないよ。まあ、あれなのかな。言ってたら、わかるのかな。いたやつだ。ちょっと待って、これは大丈夫よね。
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavia and Laura.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking? Maybe clandestine passengers?
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Ptolemy's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Nords. No one else may enter.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Tirfredi?
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines, for now. The natives have a relationship with their land and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming, that will appear to you strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous. But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port on the continent. Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us Nords. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor, it would be a pleasant place to dock.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
なんだなんだ、客室乗務員もいなくなっちゃったのか。なんかさ、仲いい2人いるって言ってたよね。その2人とは喋られないのかな。この辺りがそうってこと？納入業者を交渉する。詐欺師を見つける。あ、そうか、コンスタンティンもいないって言ってたな。とりあえずコンスタンティンとこ行く？とりあえずコンスタンティンか。こっちから行こうか。ここから、ちょっと待って、なんかあるよ。何？三座子。なんかこう、道端にも落ちてんだね。ちょこちょこ。何これ、作業台？職人の技で武器や装甲をアップグレード。科学の力でポーションや罠を作れる。コンパニオンからもらったボーナスを使う。なるほどね。なるほどね。でもやっぱ科学のレベルとかいるよね。うわー、ちょっとミスったかな。科学のレベルも欲しいな。そうなると。とりあえずここ行くか。どうだいざ。なんかある。なんかあるよ。いくつかの異なる方法で完了することができる。デサルでは聡明で狡猾な行為。説得、直感、贈賄、 工作台からのアイテム作成といろいろな方法でゴールに達することができます。これらのエリアでレベルアップするにはスキルツリーにポイントを使うがボーナスで得た装備を装着してください。戦闘になることもあります。超光栄わ。オッケーオッケーオッケー。ちょっと待って、にゃにゃにゃーにゃにゃにゃにゃーあ、違うね。これは開けてミッションのあるところに行くってこと？
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
コンスタンティンの
I'm
こと
looking for
聞
my
く。
cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age, hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes, quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
マジコンスタンティンによる被害を。
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
No, I haven't been able to sort them out.
In that case, you need to pay me, sir.
I regret I don't have the sum you are asking for.
Either you repair them, or you reimburse their cost. Or I keep what I know about your cousin to myself.
That's ridiculous. He could reimburse you easily. He's quite a rich man.
Perhaps, but a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. And as for promises, I've heard enough to fill an ocean.
Very well. I will see what I can scavenge in that case.
え
I need to
とい
be
うことは
Farewell.
Goodbye.
えちょっと待って、もう一回だけ。
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
No, I haven't been able to
ああ、
sort
なる
them
ちょ
out.
っと一緒
In
か。
that case,
I regret I...
ちょっと待って。
I need
一
to be
緒
off.
だね。
Farewell.
goodbye.
なんとかしろよってことだね。お金を払うか。あ、これか。
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
金属製のダボ。どうやって作るんだろう。ちょっと待って。金属製のダボ。コンスタンティンによる被害を修復する。この作業台で作れよっていうことでしょう、多分。そうだよね。どこで作ればいいの？金属製のダボ。金属製のダボ。違う。ここは違う。この次だ。これだ。あ、これだ。職人の技なんて持ってないよ。これどうすればいいんだろう。これ金貨集めろってこと？マジか。じゃあ、クエスト系をやれっていうことかな？いいだろう。なんかいっぱいある。商人とかもいいんだ。ちょっと待ってくださいよ。なんかここ合わないね。合わないね。詐欺師を見つけるのかい？でもとりあえずここ行こうか。とりあえず金貨を貯めればいいんでしょ？
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him, I wonder if he'll serve us the same routine.
いや、確かにうまかったね。いいね。
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I swear you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
彼の荷車。ほうほう。
Have you finally made up your mind?
Are there any nasty side effects with it?
There
あ、
are
間違え
none.
た。
I will think about it.
As you wish. But don't wait long. It won't last forever.
どこだどこだ荷車荷車はどこですか。裏っ側に回り込めばいいのかな。こっちって道あるかい。あ、開いた開いた開いた。よし、これだこれだ。これじゃない？これ。ん？使用人へのメモ。
To my health and death to the
お
others.
お、びっくりした。いい、やべ。ちょっと待って。おお、よいしょ。ナイオッケー。ナイス。オッケー。お、うまい。ナイスです。ちょっと急な感じでびっくりはしたけど大丈夫でしたね。はっぶねー。よしよしよしよしよしよしよしよしよしよし。金貨がめっちゃたまる。きたー、金貨がたまったよー。ナイスナイスです。ペテン師の解毒剤。違う違う違う違 実験結果や患者の観察といった内容と判読不能な記号で埋まっています。調合法を見れば書いたものが本物の知識豊富な錬金術師であることがわかるでしょう。とするとこれで OK なのか。飲ませてやればいいんだよね、要は。これを飲ませればいいんでしょ。ほい。
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief.
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, You don't have the right!
Damnation. He got away.
おっと
He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
誰かに刺される前に。
That we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
居酒屋？居酒屋？結局ここに戻ってくるのかい？で、どこだ？どこだ？ああ、そっか。あそこか。なんか、どこだっけ？お、部屋の中？え？
I don't have the key.
鍵持ってません。
Locked.
あれ、ちょっと待って。上か。あ、上臭い。どこだ？ここか。いたー。よし。
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he is the one who sent me.
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy, to criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case. But a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, sir?
うわー悩むね。なんかこの人の話だけ聞いたら良さげに聞こえるけど、いや
I'm
逮捕し
sorry,
と
but
こ
I
う。
don't trust you. I'm going to deliver you to Dr. Sahin.
Sir, I beg you to spare me.
I've heard enough. You're under arrest.
How unjust. I am finished. Sahin is going to throw me in the bottom of a deep cell, if not worse.
言いたいことはわかるが、あ、直接戻るってできるんだ。
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the coin guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated. He is hiding in a room in the Coin Guard Tavern.
Why didn't you have him arrested?
Angry citizens have gathered round the building. They have sworn to avenge themselves after discovering his fraud. I decided it better to avoid the mob. But if you wish to capture him alive, I advise you hurry.
Governor Burren will be happy to learn that a legate with great assiduity will soon be joining the island of Tir-Fredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest present for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de
Oh.
Sade.
めっちゃもらえた。すげえ。
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
あ
I need to be
あ。
going. Goodbye,
いいよ、離れよう。
Excellency.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Lord Saturday。よし。めっちゃ金貯まった。めっちゃ金貯まったよ。いや、やべえ貯まったよ。ちょっと待って、めっちゃ他にもいっぱいあるもんね、でも。密輸業者に、ここね。でもここってさ、納入業者ちょっと行ってみる？やばい、これなんかすげえ面白いかも。すごいね、なんかサブミッションもすごいしっかりしてて面白い。ちょっと待って、これもやっちゃおう。納入業者のところに行きたいね。行きたいね。だからここ一回橋渡って左か。ここをあれ、ここは登れた。やば。
To my help, and death to the others!
ほいっと。危ない危ない危ない危ない。よいしょ。よいしょ。ほいほい。やばいやばいやばいやばい。ちょっと待って。ほいっと。くそ。いって。マジか。ほいっと。ナイス。よし、倒した。
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
よいしょ。ナイス。ナイスですけど、これはちょっと大変だったね。いや、めっちゃやべえ、金貨の量。やべえ、勢い余ってこんなとこ来んじゃなかったな。ちょっとミスっちゃったわ。オッケー。うわ、めっちゃあんじゃん。すべてもらうから。 俺こういうの容赦ないから。もうもらえるもんはもらうって決めてるんだ。こっち行ったところだよね。いいんじゃない？いいんじゃない？ちょっと待って。あー、あったあったあった、ここか。
Good day, good sir. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
魅力的に金庫系で脅す。75%賄賂を提供する。賄賂か。うわー、どうすっかな。
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sade, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion, theft. You know as well as I that the congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay. Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, my lord. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end.
よっしゃ。
You're
成功し
certainly
たね。
honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
Don't you worry now. You'll get your merchandise.
よしよしよし。成功したね。はあ。セレンのコインガード弊社の厩舎弊社需要に知らせる。とりあえずこっち行けばいいってことね。オッケーオッケーオッケー。もうここ敵倒したからここ突きっていこうか。シューって言って、いやーってやればいいんでしょ。オッケー、ナイス。ナイスジャンプ。で、ここだね。こうだね。あー、だ。ここだね。ほい。開いて、どこですか？あ、いた。
Sir de Sade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes, we were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less, illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
荷物を送る方法？荷物を送る方法か。ちょっと待てよ。どこに行けばよろしいんだ？ティアフラディへ荷物を送る方法。本当にそっちの方向に行って、スタスタスタ、スタスタスタ。50メーター。船関係のところかい？なんだこのマーク。ムッシュドクールション。とりあえず先に、バスク？
So, you still haven't found your cousin? As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
商品に
I have
関
a
する
favor
助け
to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel.
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tier 4D. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse and noted on the manifest will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office.
今度は改ざん？
Be back soon, Captain.
マジか。なんかもう至るところですげえことするな。船の記録を改ざん？マジか。でもこっから先ってあれじゃねえの？こっちから行けんのか。
Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already
マ
been
ジ？
to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
上の階に保管？ちょっと待てや。マジか。マジか。やべえ、バレたわ。
Things are about to get dicey.
ごめんなさいね。もう早速バレてしまった。よし、回復した。危ねえ。ちょっと待て。ほい。すげえゴリ押ししてる。もうバレちゃった。しょうがない。もうバレたもんはしょうがないよ。ピッキング、あ、ピッキングはレベル1でもないってことか、俺。ちょっと待ってくれよ。いや、なんかいいんじゃない？これはいいんじゃないですか？ちょっと待って待って待って待って。これは、評価下げた意味ある？評価下げた意味あんのかな？ちょっとわかんないけど。あ、でも、あ、すごいすごいすごい。あ、なんかさ、こうやってさ、その、装備変えたらさ、さっきなんか言ってたんだけど、あれじゃないの？なんか、ごまかせんじゃないの？ダメなのかな？ちょっとわかんねえんだけど、マジで。これはあ、工作。敏捷性1いるんだ。あ、これポイントあんじゃん。あ、なるほど。これできないんだ。はあ、最初の段階でもうある程度決まっちゃうんだ。残りポイントがないよね。ああ、やっぱり。じゃあ、これか。どれがいい？どこから行く？やっぱ接近戦か。お？これ習得はできないのかい？あれ？ここじゃないと、あれか？ああ、そういうことか。なるほどね。マスターの足跡をたどる。トロフィーをゲットしましたぞ。なるほどね。これ、敏捷性上げないとダメなんだね。OK です。マジか。マジか。ピッキングレベル1とかも欲しい。あれ？ピッキングレベル1が、あれ？そうなの？これ大丈夫？ちょっとまあ評価1個下がっちゃったけど、まあいいか。しょうがないよね。下がっちゃったもん。あー、違う。こっちか。あ、なんかある。わー、いっぱい。あ、水平さんのブーツもあるよ。あ、そういうことか。なるほどですな。あ、ほんとだ。ピッキングつくんだ、これ。あ、いいね。ちょっとピッキングつくんだったらもう全然喜んでですよ。喜んでですよ。すげえ。わー、すごいね。ちょっと待って、副司令官の方はでもあれなんだな。すごいすごい。水平さんのブーツ履いて、頭はないのか。首はないのか。ここはないのか。正規のピストルはピストルしかないよと。いや、これで OK ですな。いや、でもラッキー。ピッキング手に入った。これで開くってことでしょ？ あら、いいじゃない。いいね。あ、古いバルビュータ。はい。ちょっと待って、めっちゃ怖いんだけど。あ、なんかある。
Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
よしよしよしよし、改ざんした。改ざんしたぞ。だいぶバレたけど、信用失ったけど。いいのかいこれで。じゃあこれで OK？ 倉庫の警備員を排除する？ごめんね。警備員排除してねえや。もうなんか突っ込んでってそのまんまバレちゃった。これは何？違うよね。ごめん、倒しちゃった倒しちゃったよオッケー。でからのどこ行けばいいんだ？マジか。倉庫の警備員も排除しに行かないといけないってこと？
If you wore a Naught uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in, unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
どうやって行くんだ？おお、なるほどね。お、なんか登れそう。お、なんかある。おお、なんかあるな。あっから入っていいのかい？ちょっと待って。全然わかんねえ。いや、なんか違うな。多分。おそらく。ここから入って一回中入んのかな？これちょっと待って。すげえちょっと俺も静かになっちゃうんだけど。これでいいの？ちょっと待って。すげえ怖い。何これ？ちょっとマジで本当にわかんない。ちょっと待てよ。どれが正解なんだ？ これバレてないの？なんかもうバレてる気しかしないんだけど。クルツこっち来ないの？あれどうすんだ？ここ開けれんのか？いや、ここまで戻ってくるしかないよね。え？これでいいってこと？なんかもう思いっきりバレてる感が半端ないんだけど。すげえドキドキ感が。これでいいのかい？これでいいのかい？えどうすればいいんだい？倉庫の警備員を排除する？ここはバレちゃでもまずいんでしょ？ふふん。睡眠薬を入れた飲み物を用意する。これは果たしてどこだ？なるほど、作業台で何かを作れということか。そういうことか。っていうことで合ってんのかな？ちなみになんか薬入りの飲み物ってそんな簡単に作れるのかい？スタスタスタ言っててごめんね。スタスタスタとかこの辺りだったな。ここだ。ここです。あ、これだ。いや、ねえし。いや、科学の力ねえし。いや、ねえし。ないよ、科学の力。どうしたらいいんだろう。じゃああれなしってことか。あれ無理ってこと？無理やん。無 利やん。密輸業者に異端者のことを尋ねる。じゃあ逆にこっち行けばいいってこと？こっち行きなよって？こうすればいいかい？わかった。ちょっと今回ここまでにしよう。すげえ中途半端。すげえ中途半端だけど、今回はここまでにいたしましょう。はい。では、ご視聴どうもありがとうございました。次回もぜひ、見てね。チャンネル登録よろしくね。ではでは、バイバーイ。